welcome to my channel once again. Thank you for stopping by. So in this video we will find unknown angles using the trigonometric ratios. In my previous video we would have found unknown sides using the trigonometric ratios. And we used something in order to remember the trig ratios. And we said Sita opened her car and hid 2 overripe apples. We use that to remember the trig ratios. In this video we will find unknown angles of right angle triangles using trig ratios. Now the first thing we will do, we will identify the sides that we are given. So we know that the side opposite to the angle, in this case the angle we wish to find, we have the opposite side. So we will tick that off. And we are given the adjacent side. So if we notice that we ticked off both sine and tan, but tan satisfied the condition because we are given both the opposite and the adjacent side. So we use tan. So we start by writing tan alpha is equal to its opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So tan alpha is equal to 9.1 cm divided by 11.6 cm. So tan alpha is equal to 0.784. Now we wish to find this angle alpha, but we have tan. So we have to get rid of tan. We get rid of tan by multiplying tan inverse. Multiplying both sides by tan inverse. If I multiply tan inverse by tan, the result is 1. So all we'll have remaining is alpha is equal to tan inverse of 0.784. So alpha is equal to, when we find tan inverse of 0.784, the result is 38.1 degrees. But before we move on to the second question, I'll show you why tan inverse multiplied by tan will result in 1. So here we have tan inverse, because remember just now we multiplied both sides by tan inverse. So tan inverse multiplied by tan, according to the laws of indices, when the bases are the same, we keep the base and we add their powers. So the power of this tan is 1 minus 1 plus 1, and this will result in tan to the 0 power, and any base raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. And 1 times alpha will give us alpha. Very, very easy. So I'll take this off and we will go on to the second question. Now the second question, we are asked to find theta, this angle. But many students have difficulties understanding when to use sine, cos, or tan. So like I said in the previous question, we identify what we are given. So we see that the side opposite to this angle, we are given 5 cm. So we take off the opposite side. Tick, tick. What else we are given? We know that the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse, the longest side of the triangle, of the right angle triangle. So the hypotenuse, tick. So if we notice here, sine satisfies this condition because we're given the opposite side and the hypotenuse, and that is what we will use. So sine theta is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. And we state this, whether you're doing CSEC Mac, GCSE, wherever you are, this is required. You're showing what you are using. Then the next thing we will do, we will substitute. So sine theta, the opposite side is 5 cm and the hypotenuse is 15 cm. So sine theta is equal to 0.333. Again, we want to get rid of sine in order to find theta. So we multiply both sides by sine inverse. So the result on the left side of the equation here is theta is equal to sine inverse of 0.333. The result is 19.5 degrees. Very, very easy. So just to recap, when finding the unknown angle, the right angle triangle, given two sides, we identify what we are given, identify the sides that we are given, and then that will say exactly whether you use sine, cos, or tan. So we're moving on. The third question, what we're given here? We're given the hypotenuse. So let's check that. Check, check. So if we notice, sine of an angle is opposite over the hypotenuse. So we check that. And then cos is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. We check that because both of them have the hypotenuse. What is the next side we're given? We are given the adjacent side. So this side, we have this side is 8 cm. This side is also 8. So the adjacent, we look for the adjacent. Check, check. We notice here that we have cos. Both sides are given, so therefore we use cos. And this is what we write. Cos x is equal to the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. And then we substitute. Cos x is equal to 8 cm divided by 12 cm. Cos x is equal, when 8 cm divided by 12, we'll have 0.666. And at this point, again, we multiply both sides by cos inverse in order to get rid of cos. So multiplying both sides by cos inverse, we have x is equal to cos inverse of 0.666. And the result is 48.2 degrees. Very, 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 very easy. Now guess what? In my upcoming videos, one of the videos will focus on tips and tricks every student should know. And you will not want to miss this video. You'll learn a lot of shortcuts and a lot of ways to remember things. So keep looking out for that. We'll also explore the sine rule, the cosine rule, angles of elevation and depression, vectors, transformation. So thank you for watching. Do consider subscribing, sharing to everyone. Knowledge is power. And this is the easiest subject that you will ever do in school. Mathematics is life. Mathematics is fun. Goodbye.